In this video, I'll be doing some more computer stuff, and it starts with me putting this power supply into this computer. No way! Hello, welcome to C.S. Wilson Draws. I'm C.S. Wilson, and this is another computer tech video with a Techless Structures honorable mention coming up shortly. Lately, I've been experiencing a slight problem with my Corsair TX750 750 watt Enthusiast Series bronze certified power supply. When the GPU is under any kind of load at all, the power supply makes a buzzing noise. Could be a big problem, or just an annoyance. Could be serious. Maybe it's just a phase. At any rate, it's a little unnerving. Something's obviously not right, so it's time to fix it. And by fix it, I mean contact Corsair, file for a warranty claim, get an RMA number. I chose the Express RMA, which is where they put a hold on your credit card in the amount of the new unit and then ship the unit out to you right away, and then you have about 10 days to get the old unit back to Corsair. Now, I need to say this is not a paid endorsement. I'm not sponsored by Corsair. These are just the events that happened, and unintended product placement was unavoidable. I will say, however, that since the specific power supply that I have is no longer manufactured, Corsair sent out the upgraded HX750i Platinum certified unit instead. I don't know if that's standard operating procedure or just a random act of corporate kindness, but here it is. So enough backstory and babbling, let's get on with the show. This is the power supply I'll be installing today. It's the HX750i from Corsair. It is a high-performance ATX power supply, 750 watts, as the name would imply. It comes with a 10-year warranty, a 0 RPM fan mode, the Corsair Digital Link, ultra-high efficiency 80+ platinum rating, and ultra-low noise. This power supply unit is also fully modular, which means you only plug in and use the cables that your system requires, and the cables plug in on this end right here. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Everything came very well packed in the retail box, as would be expected for a power supply at this price point. To start, we have the user's manual plus warranty and safety information.
Woohoo! Silica gel!
A country-specific power cord, an accessory package with screws, zip ties, and a sticker, a nice velcroed storage bag that contains all of the necessary modular cables, some dense foam packing, and the power supply itself contained in a stylish fabric bag and a not-so-stylish plastic bag. And here's everything all laid out. I then made all of the necessary preparations by shutting down Windows, disconnecting the power, and all of the other stuff. Then moving the computer to a better work area. For this operation, I need to remove both side panels since the power supply actually installs from the opposite side, as you'll see in a minute. I'll first remove the power connections from the graphics card and motherboard. Now I undo all of the cable management, disconnect all of the devices, pull all of the cables through, replacing any grommets that came out. Then I'll gather up all of the power supply wires so it can be removed. It takes some effort to route and organize the cables, so it's always a little sad when you have to dismantle it. That's okay, I'll get to redo it all over again in just a little bit for free. Now we remove the 4 screws, and out it comes. Now's the time to get the new power supply ready. I plan on using the Corsair Digital Link software, and that interface connects here. There's a vent in the bottom of my case, so I'm installing the power supply with the fan pointing down. It's best to get all the screws started before fully tightening them, and don't over tighten. Now it's just a matter of rerouting, reorganizing, and reattaching all of the new power supply cables to their respective connections. This part takes a little time, but I think it's worth it. I also like that the new power wires are all black instead of multicolored. This gives the inside of the case a more uniform look. The Corsair Digital Link requires an open USB 2.0 motherboard connector, which I happen to have two of. I thought I'd also take this opportunity to install the new hard drive while I was at it. It's a refurbished 7200 RPM 3TB drive that I've been in desperate need of lately. I've used refurbished drives in the past without any trouble, and this was a pretty good deal. So we'll see if I have the same luck this time around.
Power supply's in, and the new hard drive has been installed, so now we need to fire it up to get everything copied over to the new drive. And to make sure that everything's working, of course. And for those wondering, here's the underside. It's not too bad, not my best cable management. It got kind of messy right down in here, but I think it'll be okay. I'm happy with it. I also wanted to take just a quick second here to show the new stand I built. The one that came with the desk is a little too clunky and not as stable as what it should be, I think. So I built this. So this is the stand that I got for the desk. It's made out of metal, it's somewhat adjustable, and you can see here on the ends it has tabs. And it fits into these slots right here. So there's really no vertical adjustment. And the case was a little too tall. So I built the other stand.
As a follow-up to the Corsair Digital Link I mentioned earlier, it can be obtained from the Corsair website, then by clicking on Support and Downloads, then selecting Corsair Link. And you can see that there's a variety of versions, but I chose the most current one at this time. So once you have it downloaded and installed, you'll have something that looks like this. It displays temperatures of certain components in your computer plus fan speeds. You're also able to configure certain aspects of the temperature sensors and fans when you click on them, but I'm not really sure what these settings do. In addition, there's a special section just for the power supply. Here you can view a live graph of the power in and power out voltages, as well as the calculated efficiency. There's also information about the DC outputs, power supply temperature, and fan speed. There appears to be other things this software is capable of, but I'm not really familiar with it, and I'm still looking for some documentation. I do like the fact that I can view all of this information about my system in one place, so I'll probably continue to use this Corsair Link for now. If nothing else, it's something new to play with.
Alright guys, that wraps up this one. I hope you had as much fun watching it as I had making it. I also hope you found it somewhat informative. In any event, if you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So this is how it looks when it's installed. This is on the other side of the desk. That's where the computer goes. Repurposed. Now I feel like I have to get a fancier trash can.